The new batch of AtariAge games have started to show up in people's mailbox. And I'm super excited about this because there's one game that I've been waiting for at least 2 years now, and that's Deepstone Catacomb. This is one of the latest homebrews from the AtariAge, and if you don't know what that means, what's a homebrew? Let me just point this out. So this is Adventure, one of our favorite games from the Atari 2600 back in the day. At the bottom it says 1978. Here's Deepstone Catacomb. This is a homebrew. At the bottom it states 2020. Although finished in 2020, we're receiving it in 2021. Basically 43 years later, I'm still buying Atari 2600 games. One of the main things that I'm super impressed with about the I keep wanting to say Deep Space Catacomb. One of the things I'm super impressed with Deepstone Catacomb is its artwork. It looks just like the old school artwork of the Atari 2600. The entire box design, the cartridge design, let me show you the Adventure cartridge again. Look how similar that is, even close to the Adventure orange on the labeling. I don't think that's by accident. The design for the product, cartridges and box, not only is spot on for what we were used to 40 years ago, but the actual artwork is so reminiscent of old school Atari product art, and even that old school D&D art that was so popular, you know, at its prime in the late 70s, early 80s. Let me show you this this box here again. Aside from AtariAge, if I were to show you this, you would think, oh, that's from 1980, just because of how well this box art is designed. As far as like the artwork and product design goes, I'm giving this like an 11 out of 10. They knocked it out of the park with this one. We started receiving this promo over a year ago, teasing Deepstone Catacomb. So here's a little promotional flyer that started coming in with the AtariAge games last year, and the design and artwork of just this promotional flyer is outstanding. And we're going to zoom up on this so you can look at it real good, and I'll flip it around one more time so you can see that. I mean, look, it has like the old like 70s 80s family, and it says dungeon crawling fun for the whole family. And which shows this is really progressive, because moms and dads 40 years ago thought that anybody that would play anything that's called dungeon crawling, they thought you also worship the devil. Let me read the back of the first paragraph on the back of this box. First, let me just zoom in here. Pretty cool. It says, the undead have been disturbed by thieves who were looking to rob the catacombs of its riches. In anger, the Dark Lord of Deepstone has kidnapped the princess from the kingdom. Of course he did. It's now up to you, an unproven warrior of this realm, to rescue her. The instructions are well done. The print stock is amazing. The gloss, the art, the layout, the design, everything about this is just phenomenal. There's a lot more artwork and illustrations inside. There is a letter from what he calls himself the Dungeon Master, Mick here. And let me just read one thing he states here, which I just totally agree with. Because this is how I felt when I was a kid. The idea of creating little 8-bit worlds has always been exciting to me. Creating characters and fantasy worlds for others to get lost in and explore is probably the coolest thing ever. I can relate to that just because I felt that with, Adventure and so many other games. Raiders of the Lost Ark, even E.T., the worst game ever. I love that game. But that left me wanting more, and I thought, why can't we just have a whole world to explore? And that's when I discovered the Ultima series by Richard Garriott, which just blew my mind and transformed my life forever. Let me go on to tell you what Mick says here. How the video game world lived inside a cartridge was like magic to me as a child. Placing it into the console and turning on the system was like opening a portal to another realm. Which it was. Another realm to fun and excitement and adventure, all within your own living room. But enough about that, let's jump into the game. And as usual, I have not played this yet. We're going to go and explore it together. Otherwise, it's just spoilers for you. Anybody can just do a walkthrough, run through, speed run, whatever. I'm not that good at video games to do something so intricate. So what I like to do is just discover it together, and I'll give you enough context so you get it yourself and you can jump in and start going on your own without me ruining everything that was about the game. We do have 5 games that I just received from AtariAge, so if you want to see me review these others, then go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell on the subscribe so it notifies you. If you just subscribe, it doesn't do anything, and I'll certainly appreciate that. So thank you in advance for that. I do appreciate it. Let's jump into Deepstone Catacomb. Let's go. Mick Muse. Super excited about this one. I'm going to get my recorder going because you don't want to watch it on this TV the whole time. I'm going to switch to the HDMI recording so it's a little bit easier for you to follow along. There's 3 different levels. We're going to go with level 1 right now because I want it to be easy to start out with. Down into the catacombs. Alright, we're going to get a sword that was left behind. We're going to fight monsters, pick up treasures that's been left behind, make sure we search the whole area, and then we'll find stairs. Oh, that's a coin. Cool. Oh, these are red scorpions. They're pretty easy to be. Oh gosh. Dang it. I'm going to start all over because I'm just getting used to killing and I don't want to get... That's our health bar there. The dungeons are randomized every time, so notice that I went down and it looks different from that first time I did. You can choose to kill the monsters. Oh, that was hard. Or you can choose to run away from them. Sometimes it's best to run away. Oh, look at that. 2 coins after I killed them both in that room. They do encourage you to, or Mick Muse encourages, oh gosh, to search the whole area before you go down. And I'm still messing up on killing these guys. The coins don't come out until you kill every monster in the room. There's the stairs. I can go down that right now just by walking over it, but we're going to go ahead and explore a little bit more. Make sure there's no other things. I'm not going to try to kill everyone. Simply because I'm not going for high score right now, but I think, you know, he's in my way. Ah! Tried to sneak past him. There was another way through the dungeon this way, if I remember correctly. Right above here is where we started. 2 ways out there. I'm sure this will loop around. Dang it. Monsters regenerate after you leave them. Okay, we explored this whole level. Let's go back to the stairs. This is a great little dungeon crawler here. Really good for the Atari 2600. Blue scorpions, they're a little bit more, shoot. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it's mean. Oh, I'm stuck in a room with no way out. Maybe I gotta, oh gosh. Ooh, a mushroom. That was cool, huh? There's different objects with each level. Kind of like Pac-Man. This level has the mushrooms. I think there was a clover or some... shoot, I forget what level 1 had. It's in the instructions, but... each level has its corresponding little bonus items you can pick up along the way. there's the stairs. Oh. Huh. See, I don't know what that thing is. I'm just gonna avoid it. I can't necessarily hit it. Oh, so if you kill both scorpions, that weird thing goes away. And obviously some rooms don't open up until you kill the monsters in them. I think we're almost done exploring this level. I'm just gonna double check to make sure. I don't think I went that way. Why you explore all these levels is because there's a legendary sword you want to get a hold of. It has special powers and also allows you to attack diagonally. The monsters throughout all these levels only attack side to side or up or down. Oh gosh. He takes a few extra hits. With the legendary sword, you can attack diagonally, so if you... These guys take 2 hits. Didn't know the coins disappear on you. Dang it, lost a life. Oh, the monsters aren't regenerating here. Oh, that's cool. You can rapid fire to mess them up. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm just eating it. Oh, accidentally ran into there. We didn't have a choice but to go down to the next level. That's a lever. That will open up doors. Oh, that's a big old scorpion. I died. You know, one thing I forget is I can't attack up and down. I don't know why I was forgetting that. Super fun. I unfortunately made it to what, 5th level or something? And I forget how many there are to get to the princess. I think there's like 22. If you go to level 3, there's no princess to save. It's just how far you can go and what a high score you can get. So you can just keep going down and doing the dungeon crawling thing. This game is so well done, so professionally made. Controlling it is smooth. I'm even figuring out a few things as I go along that make control and fighting a little bit easier. Notice this time around I'm just starting to jam through it, so the learning curve is non-existent. I think anybody can just jump in here and start playing. It's you know, again, it's a dungeon crawler. I have a video of my top favorite games growing up as a kid for the Atari. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and click on it. I am going to make a video of the worst games. A little spoiler here, I am going to add Sword Quest to the worst games I've played as a kid. I'm not sure how long you want to watch me do this. Oh, look at that. That's a drumstick. That's me. Yay, that put my health all the way back up. I think that's it, but I'm super impressed with this game. I'm gonna keep on playing it, but I'm sure you're done watching me because you want to go ahead and get on AtariAge right now. Order one for yourself so you can start playing it as well. Man, games have gotten really good. I always bring this up on a lot of the videos that I make, and I love the Atari games because one, you can just jump right into it. I have other games like XCOM on the Switch. You can't really jump into XCOM and know what you're doing. Two, it's kind of like reading a book, you know. When you read a book, your imagination takes over and what's going on. And we didn't stop reading books when movies started coming out and television started coming out, just because television and movies had better visuals. We escaped with books, and I think people don't realize that with Atari games, we're escaping with these games. The graphics aren't good, relatively. I love them, but it's enough there to let your imagination fill in the blanks. When you have way too many graphics, you kind of lose that. You know everything's done for you, so you don't get to make anything up. It's just spoon-fed to you. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up from here. If you like this review, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified when I put out the other reviews of the latest AtariAge games. Next is going to be Zookeeper, which I'm certainly looking forward to a lot. So go ahead and do that, and I will appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot.